Alrighty. Let's get going. Hello, Crib. How you doing? Doing pretty good yourself? I'm good. I'm good. D&D yesterday was fun. Went well, so I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to be working on this dragon. Wondering if that drop shadow should be eased out a bit, because it's very severe the way it is currently. You're DM, right? Yes, I am. Do your players tend to try and follow your path, or do they just do what they want? They tend to follow my path. They're more experienced with video games than tabletop RPGs and stuff, so there's a lot of kind of, what do you call it, like video game syndrome going on or something like that. It's like they get a quest and that's what they go for, or they'll be like, right, we've exhausted this NPC, if you know what I mean. And that is probably reinforced by me because I probably behave as if it's a video game. So anyway, they don't really, you know, end up thinking outside the box too much, which is, it's bad in some ways, it's good in some ways. It means I can actually prepare for sessions rather than have to be super mega what do you call it, improv guy. Who's in the dragon? Yeah. Beep beep. That's probably going to happen again, because I imagine there's a couple of cars deep double parking going on. If not trap set, then trap set deleting. That's in there. If what are we gonna call it? Not trap catch, dragon caught, I guess. Makes most sense. Dragon Rend. Oh yeah, so that's the shout in Skyrim where you make the dragon land. It was a very convenient shout. Very useful. I tried playing Skyrim in VR a little bit. It's not good. Hash should be dragon bones. Is that space? I think so. Yeah. You been playing anything lately? Not really. Kat and I are playing Borderlands again, but that's like we just do that to chill. It's not really an experience as such because we already completed the game like 3 times. That's weird. Managed to get a couple buddies into playing Borderlands 2 lately. That's awesome. I can't imagine playing Borderlands alone. That just wouldn't work at all. So, good on you. There you go. That's them bones. Although the depth management of that isn't going to be great, is it? I played through Borderlands 1 on my own, it was okay. Borderlands 2 is better. I think Borderlands 2 is like way better as a game, but I think the tone and mood of Borderlands 1 was way better. I don't necessarily like it when it's gone super kind of cartoony. Borderlands 1 was a bit darker. Much preferred that. Yeah, that's alright. Might move it up a bit. Not too much because I'm gonna funk with the actual trap, but a little bit. I think we'll make it better. To be fair, you wouldn't normally be able to walk on a tile like that. I might block it out. Is that make walkable or make blocked? Right, that's really good. A wobbly trout with the raid. Oh god, this guy. Ugh. Apollo, Evil Dust Mite, Wobbly Trout himself. Welcome everybody. How was your stream, Mr. Trout? Are you standing? I am standing, look. Did you like it? I'm working on dragons. How's the game coming along? I haven't been here in a while. Been damn smooth. The game's coming along well. This is the same dragon. It's just at a different points in the quest line, I might say. So it should be a blocked tile now. Yeah, that's fine. I think I'm okay with that. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Don't think we need the. Do we need the trap? I don't know. We need that sway dance as an emote. It doesn't work without the movement. You need the movement for the full effect, you know? Anyway, those of you that don't know about Mr. Trout, why not? You should go follow him now. And you should check out his game, Armored Alliance, on Steam now. How is it using a standing desk, by the way? Doesn't it get tiring after a while? It does. I was hoping it would fix all my problems, but it takes some work. I need to get better at standing, basically. So I've got a lot of work to do on my posture and stuff like that. I remain hopeful. I think it will be good, but I do need to put some work in, make sure that it actually works well. But I like it. It's a cool feeling. Just like the act of standing up is pretty cool. Like it changes the way you feel. BTTV animated emote. Yes, that is a possibility. To be fair, that is. Yeah, I would do like I could do it on a green screen, but like not use the green screen just for the emote. I don't know. I have a stool to sit on that I use too much. Yeah, I've heard of that. Like have like a really tall stool just to kind of give you a little bit of support. I guess ideally, what I need to do is I need to move a little bit all the time. So kind of like, I don't know if this swaying is enough. I need to take regular breaks, and really I need to check my posture because I'll tend to lean like this, just putting my pelvis forward. My pelvis. Or like slouch. I really want to slouch. No. Shoulders back. Straight back. The thrust. Feel used to posture, minus appreciate. Yeah. It's tough because you spend years sitting. Everything that should be elongated is all tight. Shouldn't be tight. You want it loose. Loosey goosey. Anyway, I'm going to continue working on this. So we've done Spawn the Bones. I'm going to add a placeholder dialogue for it. So I'm going to open Twine. Face pulls, chest supported rows, and miniband scapular retractions have been making my posture better. I don't really know what any of those are. I know what chest supported rows are, I think. Is that lying face down on a bench and then I guess we like do that with dumbbells? I do have dumbbells and stuff at home. I do go to the gym as well, but I've got a bench and some weights and stuff. So I could do stuff here. I'm focusing on stretching at home. That's a fly. So, oh yeah, that's a row. You can't really see that, but like that. Those sound like bone components. They do, don't they? This is out of date, that's why. So I guess I'm just gonna load any what the weird circles. Oh, you mean Twine? Yeah, this is the program I use to write and connect dialogue. So they're kind of like previews of what the dialogue tree looks like. So take this one, it's quite distinctive. If I go into it, it's just a summary of this. You can go into each individual one and it's got the text and it's got the options and stuff like that. It's a really useful one. lifesaver for sure. I was trying to do it in a spreadsheet, and that was probably the stupidest idea I've ever come up with. And believe you me, I've come up with plenty. So I guess the trap will need to be implemented as a dialogue entity. Put it that way. Hey, Sam was here. How you doing? What does get this from? I think we can get rid of test NPC because we've got NPC template. Generic NPC can't get rid of, but yeah, get rid of test NPC, delete, and then in template NPC, got some stuff we need to lift. I think I'm definitely not going to want the NPC script generic one, so I'm going to do that. Get one of these to help you with posture. Let me check that out. Is it like a bra? Yeah, it is a bra. Posture corrector for men and women, upper back brace for clavicle support, adjustable back straightener, and providing pain relief from neck, back, and shoulder. FDA approved. Before process result, that looks nice. And does it give me like massive muscles as well? Like, check this guy out. Here. This is the, look at that. He's a little puny dude before. And then look at that. He is swole now. No, it makes your back muscles weak like noodles, so they never work again. Well, is that, I mean, that would be a concern, right? Because that's usually, as you get taller, well, that's because his back posture's better, isn't it? You got a haircut, put some product in it, nice. But like, you don't want to use like, what do you call it, like ankle supports and whatever, because they weaken your muscles. I'm not sure though, because I did have, when I was a kid, I really struggled with posture as well. And I just had this like broom handle that I just like basically slotted in like here. And that just like forced me to stand up straight. And I just did that for a while and then it just kind of stuck. So I don't know, maybe for a little bit, having something like this would help. And then you could basically stop using it and then your muscles would take over, I guess, would be the plan, you know? Invisible under clothing. I like it. Perfect fit guarantee. Have some bad posture too. That's what you're supposed to do. Train your muscle memory. Exactly. It is a habit, isn't it? I'm already now, so I've streamed for 25 minutes and I'm already noticing that I'm doing, you can't see what I'm doing here, but I'm basically putting it all the way on one leg. So it's kind of like slouching but to the side rather than standing up tall with weight on both legs. Recommended by, well, this guy looks trustworthy for sure. That's what are people saying. There's a couple of bad reviews. Over 40 victim of fate. What a name. Jeepers. Potentially a repurposed dog harness. Amazing. I'd trust this one more. Yeah, box here. Nice link, Amazon. Spud Ink, casual bow tie, Donnie Thompson, casual bow tie. Posture corrector. Looks like, nah, they just do that when you like search for it or something. It's just so unnecessary. Well, I'll look something up myself, perhaps, because this is all from the US store. I would get it from the UK store. 63 buckaroonies though, woofed. I mean, hopefully the better. It's only got 2 reviews though, so it's hard to tell. But yeah, definitely got posture considerations. You're in the UK, yeah, yes. That's why I used a URL shortener for my link. This guy, internets. But yeah, thanks guys. I'll have a look into that. I'm kind of tempted to do it. Have you ever had a coffee crisp? I have not. That sounds like sweet of some kind. I don't really eat much in the way of that. Coffee crisp, a chocolate bar, made in Canada. What? That doesn't make any sense. Alright, so we've got this set up to handle dialogue. We're gonna check for trap. Is the dragon follower in that? It is, isn't it? It is. So we're gonna basically. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, that's fine. Made in Canada. Nobody wants that. Jokes. Anything against Canada. So we're gonna say Dragon Cop basically, if that happens. So if everything good is made in Canada, are you trying to imply that you were conceived in Canada? Guten Morgen. Hello, Plain Reality. What do you mean no one wants that? What the heck, man? I was made in Canada and I'm amazing. I knew it. I knew it. This is one of those things where like trout swim upstream to mate, and then I don't know, fish, nature stuff. Ooh, you finally made the switch to VS Code. I'm so proud. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. There's like minor things that are bad, but other things are way better. So for now, I'm sticking with it. I was very pleased when I found an extension that was like, make VS Code more like Atom with like key bindings and stuff. So I'm like, yes please. So if isn't asbestos made in Canada? Got you there. I don't think we need that. Hello, Jägermaster. Maybe it's excellent installation. That is true. That is true. Bye, Mr. Wubbles. Hi, Mr. Braj. Hey, Java. How you doing? I think Dragon 1 should do, and then we close it. So we'll say that, like, if dialog ID equal to Dragon 1, then temp catching dialog. Gonna pop off for now, gotta work. See you guys in a couple of hours, hopefully. Alright, Sam was here. Enjoy work if that's possible. Nice to see you again. I'm giving lung cancer, oh jeez. We got a lot of asbestos. That's not good, Groob. One of the most excellent insulations available, in fact. It's still used in some places because of that. Sam is here no more. Do they actually, like, Wobbly still use it? I guess, like, really ring-fenced? That's not a good way to say it, but, like, protected and, like, clearly labeled so that wouldn't happen. Don't know, having a bad day, but eh. Well, that sucks, Java. Hopefully you feel better soon. Can someone explain what we're doing? You mean on stream or like generally in life on planet Earth? Because depending on which one, the answer is going to be the same, which is I have no friggin' idea. Great heat insulated, people just have to stop inhaling it. Is that it? Or eating it, Java. That's yeah, both those probably not good. Is Earth flat? What kind of question is that? Of course it is. In 2009, about 9% of the world's asbestos production was mined in Canada. In late 2011, Canada's remaining 2 asbestos mines, both located in Quebec, halted operations. In September 2012, the Quebec government halted asbestos mining. No! In this specific stream, like, are you making dialogue happen or fixing bugs? Omix, I am working on the Dragon Quest, which is a game, I think. So I'm not really working on dialogue. I'm working on setting up triggers for dialogue. So the dialogue isn't actually even written yet. I'm just preemptively guessing what's going to come up and responding to it. So we're going to request level transition. It's going to be the same level, fungal trap, but the location is going to be fungal trap bones, something like that. We were putting asbestos in everything. Like, why is it in this putty they put on walls or the goop they seal ductwork with? Are we just really dumb? Well, they didn't know it was dangerous, did they? Like, they're doing that because it was a beast an insulator, I guess. Why don't you just put it everywhere then? Old insulation. That sucks. You're gonna have to probably pay a lot to get it cleaned up or something. It's not used for new stuff. Yeah. Your ductwork goop didn't need to insulate or the putty on the walls. This is gonna be like the WD-40 discussion all over again. Now imagine this: WD-40 with asbestos in it. I think it's also fireproof. Yeah, I've heard that. WD-40 reach base. It's amazing. It's a great lubricant. It's the best to put on my toast when I fry my eggs. Nice. I just put WD-40 on it. Is it made in Canada though? Now we're asking the real questions. Egg slides right out of the pan. Ah, it's not a lubricant. That sounds like someone reacting to trying to use WD-40 as a lubricant in bed. I know WD-40 stands for Water Displacer 40. It was the 40th patent. Huh. It's a solvent. Or using it on your toast in bed. Yeah. What does it solve? My asbestos problem. Okay, that ain't working. Yo. Solves all of our worries. That's nice. If not trap set, then return. I would say trap should be set because we made it to be. Yep. Dragon caught is not true. And regardless, it didn't actually work. If dragon caught, oh yeah, because we need to run this thing. Check for catch. I think I'd rather rub some bacon on it instead of WD-40. Where's the fun in that? Attempt to index nil value. Oh, I haven't really added it, have I? So, what's our go-to fake dialogue? Spell _1. That's it. You've added bacon fragrance to WD-40 and call it WD-42. That's the answer to everything. Ayy. I understand that reference. It's from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie. What about that? What about flex? It's flex tape. I think it's called flex seal, flex tape. Got our dialogue. Close it. Fiberfix? I'm not sure. There you go. That's stand there and look at what you've done. 720, 505. You shouldn't be spawning anymore. That's an easy fix though. So that would be if dragon caught or something like that. We should similarly do something for this guy. Oh, anyway. Ugh. Yeah. Some of these suggestions from VS Code are a bit much. I don't like it. So that should delete the dragon follower, I think. check for delete slash where we are. So if fungal mansion inside not dragon caught, then delete and return. And here if, I guess it's just this, if dragon caught, then you will delete. That needs an end. Everywhere I go, I scare away chat. It's not your fault, Java. I'm still here. I mean, I'm scared, but I'm still here. What's new with you anyway? Like, what are you working on? Has everyone else been watching Chernobyl? I haven't. Have you? I heard. Well, I haven't really heard much about it. I just saw that it was rated really highly. I assume it's great, I guess. So good. Is it documentary or is it dramatization or what is it? Still waiting to get a contract. Decided to prototype a small-scale RTS-ish game, probably with just a single character at first or so. A single character RTS, that's an interesting take on it. It's a bit of both really, right? So like a dramatization slash documentary. Although, how does that work? Like, is it trying to stay faithful to the events as they unfolded? Reenactment of what happened that led up to the event and the fallout. That's cool. I think that sounds really interesting actually. I wonder why we haven't really heard much about it. Where's it on? Like what network or whatever? Scientists. HBO, okay. But yeah, like, I'm interested. I love how they made it look like late 80s video. They stayed very faithful to reality. It's actually nice, and they explain really nice what happened. Yeah, it sounds really good. I don't even need to do that, do I? I'll store the ID, but... No, actually, yeah, we'll have two different IDs. Spoiler, the reactor no, you spoiled. Chernobyl was a well-made drama. I was skeptical first because it was all English, even though they were Russian. Were they not Ukrainian? Or... I suppose it was when it was Soviet Russia, wasn't it? I guess it kind of all was the same then. I don't know. This is one of the few series that's spoiled by history. I watched Rome. That was spoiled as well. Killed Caesar. It's weird that the actors were alive when the event happened. They were affected as children. What? Rome School, yeah, like, I really like that show. Again, that's one that I don't really know many people that watched it, but I've seen it a couple of times. Really liked it. What I loved most about the series is that it made me realize how lucky we were. Oh, really? Was it like a close call for being like way worse? Jeez, that scared the crap out of me. I don't know what that was. I knew it was bad, but this made me realize, holy crap. Oh. The reactor failure was a combination of technical flaw and political bullshit, so the show tries to explain how they are related. Interesting. Like, I'm not super well versed on it. I'm fairly well versed on energy stuff, but I'm quite pro-nuclear. So it'd be interesting to just, you know, it's not exactly like proper research, but it's interesting to just learn more about Chernobyl. Rome's awesome. Watched it 3 or more times. Yeah, me too, Jägermaster. I think at least 3 times I watched it. Fukushima's similar, not exactly the same, but combination of bad things. It also shows why just shutting down an unstable nuclear reactor is a bad idea. Fair enough. Fair enough. As was also the case. Well, did they not know any better? I guess I should just watch the show, eh? It's a whole chain of events, but it's really brought very nicely. Not too dense, like 5 episodes is just enough. Perfect. So, walk over. So that doesn't have a dialogue either, but he's there. It works. So we're gonna give him the bones. Give him the bone. Trap set is true? That's not right. Coming level is fungal mansion inside. I don't think this matters. Well, it does actually. Catch complete. Oh, actually, yeah, the trap set should be true, because otherwise... Yeah. Screwed that up a little bit, that's right. So we should get a second dragon egg doing this. Yeah, quest dragon is completed. Perfect. So I should actually have left that. Yeah, it's not the egg. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? $26, okay. Quest items 26. Got Dragon Tooth, and the quest is completed. Okay, that's cool. Just need to add these little froggy dudes, which I don't think we have yet. So just to replace the reference to Acolyte with Skagerrak is now following. That kind of sounds Danish. Anyway, thank you very much for following. Welcome. Hope you're doing good. Zoop, and then Acolyte with Undergrounder. Excuse me? Undergrounder underscore standing. Yeah, that seems like it should work. Isn't Skag a Borderlands thing? It is, yes. I'm thinking of, there's a Danish place I think called Skagerrak, I think. I haven't like heard it since I was a kid, but I'm pretty sure it's a real place / thing. I just ripped it from the bait called Skagerrak. I am a human genius. Oh, it's Temple Underground, that's why. Zoop! It's insect time. Does that guy have a... No, he doesn't have a wand, it's just a little kind of toga, I guess it looks like. Pretty cool. Right, so insect dude is done. There's gonna be generic NPCs, I guess. So what are we gonna... How... That's interesting. So I want to... What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place the little dudes using the normal method, which I have like not ever used because I've never had to place any NPCs yet. So I'm gonna do it here. I'm gonna have to create them using code anyway because they're gonna show up or not show up depending on if the trap has been sprung or not. So, but I'm gonna lift them in like this and then see what they behave like. So this is gonna be trap dude. Type Nipik. Dialog name. We don't have one yet, so I'm going to say spell one. Sprite is going to be hash insect. So that means I need to go into generic NPC, I think, and add the sprite. Otherwise, it won't load. Does that mean I also need to update the script? I think. Yup. Hash insect static orientation false, walk range 0, tint nuh. Should be able to add multiple of this. Probably not gonna, you know, it's not really gonna matter, but. So what I'm going to do as well, I'm only going to spawn them when the trap is set, but not when the dragon's there, because then the dragon will be quite full falling into the trap. So it's going to be conditional. I'm gonna just shift them, see if I can shift them so they stand basically on the trap. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not gonna spawn them when the dragon's actually there. I might spawn them when the bones are there. They'll be like grossly like picking at the flesh and stuff. Like that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that's really nice. I like that. Maybe they should be there. Yeah. So for sure. Right. Let's see. Right. I'm going to take a short break to move around a little bit. So if you're sitting down, maybe you should do the same. You don't have to. I'm not your supervisor. But yeah, I'm going to take a couple minutes to get some movement. See you in a few. All right, some quick stretches there. So yeah, the insects are fine. We want to spawn them selectively though. Right, so we need the map spawner script. It's not going to be complicated, I don't think, but I'll rather just refer to the actually existing method. Go. So that's the thing here. I wonder if there's a cost to. It's pretty limited, to be honest. Checkpoints. These tiles are the bad ones, I guess. Hashing the tile ID, wonder how long that takes. Just not sure all these temporary local variables in a for loop. I'm not sure that's a good thing or not. Right, so what we're actually wanting to do though was in the drag and trap. Object info is going to be a table. I'm going to remove the properties one because we're actually just looking for that. The position we can find, I think. Did they create a position when they get spawned? No, I guess not. That's right. So we're looking for sprite and dialogue name. So here we've got 3016. Let's just do. Okay. Spawn NPC. Self. Run call. spawn NPCs. So then what we can do here in the map, we're going to delete the trap dudes because they're going to get spawned dynamically now. They look like they're working. It's hard to tell, of course. I guess we could. I shouldn't have made it to look exactly the same because now I don't know if it's actually working or not, or if I'm just looking at an old version. But I'm pretty sure that was it working. We're gonna remove one of the NPCs and then we'll see. But I'm pretty sure that's us good. Golden. Yeah. Cool. So that's great. So now we're gonna say if dragon caught, then local dialogue should be spell 1. If dragon caught, then dialogue should be spell 2. Is that implemented in the thing? I think it is. If dragon caught, then that. So change it, and it will also say that if not trap set, then return. Put that up top. So that's going to say that if we haven't actually made a deal with the chieftain, then we're not even going to spawn the NPCs because they've got no reason to be there. So, but otherwise, if the trap is set, then they're there. If the dragon's been caught, they're there. So that's the logic for that, and we change the dialogue depending on if you've caught the dragon or not. So we'll run this. We'll get one type of dialogue normally. Then we can wait, so that's the same one. Now we're going to catch it. And then we move into here. You can still have them, but they've got different dialogue now, so that's perfect. Great. I need to go to the dragon. So that would be map. That'll be called just Fungal Dragon. So the dragon trap is currently set up to spawn itself, right? Yeah. And the dragon follower is also set up to run, I think. Yeah. So we should now be at the dragon location. We talk to it, sort of, and that makes it fly and follow us. So that's what we're going for there. I wonder if that would be a good trailer shot. I don't have the players active debug, but let's do this. Let's do that. Yeah, that would look pretty cool, I think. We've got some other ones like Skeleton Princess would be one to do. That's the graphics. Not interested. Well, hello there. Hello, Mr. Tart. How you doing? So Dragon Trap has to go. Water level rises. Moisture increasing. Good man, how it goes. It goes well. Working on the Dragon Quest. It's pretty cool. Have you watched the show No Heroics? There's a superhero that can make things more moist. No, I haven't watched it. What you working on right now? I'm working on delivering. So I've finished the trapping of the dragon, and right now I'm going to work on having the dragon give you. Well, you give the dragon the egg rather, and then it gives you rewards for that. We're gonna have a flag for egg delivered. If and then we just delete. Return. Similarly, the chieftain, you shouldn't be here if the egg's been delivered. So check that out. Fungal Mansion, if dragon caught, then not here. If caught. Okay, so that actually doesn't matter. Okay, so here when we give the egg, if dialog ID is equal to egg delivery, complete the quest, we remove quest item dragon egg. We have that set already. If not egg delivered, or if egg delivered, then travel to treetops, else trigger follower. This is all gonna have to be, I'm gonna have to write all this and then patch it up. So that's probably gonna be a tomorrow job, I would reckon. So, if did I get already do that? Treetops. Treetop rope, yeah. Just baseline, I guess. Should be fine. Let's see what I've concocted here. It's too many changes in that I haven't really checked now. Yeah, okay. Not immediately. Problems 93. What file is that? Dragon trap, I see. It needs to be an else. It's no bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna see what it's like to make a quest without any of the dialogue. I haven't written any of this. I know it was gonna work, I just haven't written it. So like none of the triggers are there. So I'm putting in temp triggers everywhere, and then I'm just gonna see if slotting in the dialogue afterwards is gonna be easy. I think it should be, but I may be wrong. So if we talk to the guy, he becomes a follower, so that's not what we want. So we're gonna build that again and just give him the egg. So we're here. We give egg. Dragon isn't checking for egg, so nothing's gonna happen. Just like saying egg, it's such a good word. Excelsior! Nice. Nice. Check for egg. Yeah, egg delivery. Self. I want to play what, the game? In due time, little one. In due time. It's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. I can feel it. I'm not gonna self-deprecate. It's gonna be good. You use Dragon Egg. Quest Dragon Egg is completed. Okay, or Quest Dragon is completed. And then, boop, we go to Treetops. So I was trying to think of how to reward players after completing the Dragon Quest without killing it. and I figured the dragon could offer to fly you to these treetops. Maybe the dragon will live here. I think I'm going to place the dragon here as just be like, this is a good place for me to be. Maybe, I don't know. Will people freak out? Maybe. That's awesome, wholesome vibes. Yeah, so like the dragon is not dragon fast travel options. No, because that would ruin everything else. It would just take you here. Maybe like allow you to fly back to the fungal lands, but really you should have fast travel anyway, so it shouldn't need it. Except egg, off teleportation to treetops, spawn in treetops, so that's the last thing, kind of. I guess it doesn't have to be the rope map, that's true. And I wrote a bunch of side quest ideas today. You're absolutely blasting this game. It's really cool. So let's check out the world map. Feeling good, nice. Wonder how long it'll last. Title of your sex tape. Well, hopefully all the way. So basically, it has to be on rope, ingredient, or runner. Runner doesn't work, so it has to be rope or ingredient. Ja Wu? I'm sorry for pronouncing it that badly. Thank you very much for the follow. How are ya? Treetop rope. Like this. I mean, it would kind of just fit here, right? There's so much crud here that isn't necessary. What's that shadow? Oh, did I just... Okay, fine. I guess. But yeah, I would probably place the dragon here. Although I'd have to have people not reacting to it, which would be weird. So what I could do is place it here. I'd have the ingredient over there and like the dragon over here. That could work. Just not have any NPCs here, and then we could kind of argue that maybe they don't know the dragon's there or something. Still aiming for late 2019 yet? No, I'm aiming for late 2020, which has been the case for like 6 months or something. I'm hoping like by the end of Q1 2020. That would be good, but it is slipping. It is slipping. I'm doing good progress, but there's just so much. It's crazy how much there is. Jeez, I thought you said late 2020. No, not late 2020. Hopefully not. That would be bad. I mean, it might happen, but hopefully not. I'm sure they'll get it crushed. Fingers crossed. Treetop ingredient dragon would be somewhere around here. 1400, 770. LF Unity Nav Mesh Expert. Excuse me? Looking for, oh I see. I just hadn't seen that as an acronym before. That's what we're looking for here. All the music should be pretty much done by September, right? Apart from your trailer stuff, of course. Well, it depends on when I'm planning to have the beta, or rather the demo. So the demo, if I do it, will definitely need to have like all the things finished. Like it needs to have a proper, you know, main menu screen and, you know, like a fair amount of polish. But the beta, while it has to be functional, doesn't need all that. So it's kind of weird. Demo's only like a slice of gameplay, but it needs to have all the polish, whereas the beta needs to have all the gameplay but doesn't need the polish. It's a bit weird. Shows you Game Boy. Give me some curry first. Genso, thank you very much for the raid. In my prototype, I want to create nav missions to walk on, but I want to make it semi-procedural so I can make sort of giant tile-based world that needs links made. I'm not sure how to do it. I see. Hello, how was your stream? How are you doing? Treetop ingredient. TBD Gamer, hello. Alright, it's just... And then launch. We are working on Dragon. So here is Dragon. Doing good. Things are working. Code is doing things. Wow, that is spectacular. Glad to hear it. So here's Dragon. I'm working on the kind of the flags for the quest. So I'm putting in the mechanics, but I don't have the dialogue in. I'm good. I'm good. Making good progress. I'm happy with that. So here we're gonna give the dragon his egg, which completes the quest, and then when we speak again, he's gonna ask us, well, do you wanna go somewhere? I'll take you flying. So you can go flying to the treetops. Beep. Nice Roblox art. And then you go up here to the treetops. Hopefully, I might have. Yeah, why is that not working? It's weird. Attempt to index minimal value in main chunk. So obviously forgotten something. Trying to think what there's left to do. A couple of hubs than just the title and quite specific stuff, right? Yeah, there's a couple of. We had some pointers. Well, Kat had some pointers basically when we listened through the whole soundtrack. And a lot of it I would say is optional, but there was one track, The Void, which is like labeled. I don't know how many of these you're still the red Tarked Update track things you're still looking at. But I think this one definitely needs to have another look at it, because it has this kind of it's like an instrument that goes, well, it's basically like two notes that go through the whole thing. Hey TB, how's everything going in Fate's on? Every time you say TB, nobody else calls me TB, so I'm just like, what's a TB? Like, it makes me jump back to accounting times when I'm like, oh, trial balance. Oh. But no, Fate's Land is doing well. I think The Void is the only one that hasn't been updated with the new sound pack that might explain the instrument. Yeah, give it a listen, because it has it's basically that thing that repeats throughout the whole track. I can just bring it up. Is like super annoying. Let's pause the music. Don't know if this will I might need to amend the stream volume, but yeah, probably. I'll tell you when it comes in, I think. Hey Kappa. this. It's like, it's alright on its own, but the fact that it goes for the whole song, like I guess, you know, maybe the instrument could change, or something, but basically in its current state it needs another look at it. So that was the only one that like needed work for sure. And then like if you want to polish up some others, that's fine. If we had some minor pointers for other ones, that's fine. In terms of what else we need to do, what are we working on today? Today I've been working on the Dragon Quest mostly. Right now we're just looking at the OST list. So Under Capital isn't done. House is like meh. I don't know if we even need it. Those in reds are ones that definitely finish. Okay, cool. What else do we have? Is there anything that's missing? In Factory. So Factory, I guess, is a minor track. Or minor area. It's like 5 screens big or something. There's like 2 screens of combat and 2 screens of dialogue with some scientists. The scientists are like relatively important because they represent the endpoint for a couple of the quests. The Sister and the Swordsman quests, they provide endpoints for both of those. Hi chat. So yeah, so that you know might be a thing, but we could work without it if need be. Duke's theme, Duke fight, consumption boss fight. So that's 2 boss fights, a general evil theme for the Duke. Yeah, so what is that? That's like 3, 4, 5, 6-ish. So 6 more tracks that would be, oh, menu, yeah, I guess. That could be Grasslands, or I shouldn't have done that. What am I doing? Right, let's put in main menu. And then, you know, for quest specific stuff, that's kind of just like, what happened to the house link? Well, we've got one here. Is that the one you're talking about? Did I delete something? Okay, cool. So yeah, so like 7 tracks would be good, but to be honest, we could make do with 3. You know, whatever. A lot of them are like optional and stuff. So you made that track that was. You made one that was I can't remember what it was for. But the cat and I said actually sounded a bit like a boss fight. I can't remember which one that was. Anyway, the soundtrack is in good shape. September, I don't really know. That's probably not necessarily the deadline. I mean, if it's done by then, great. But I doubt that I will be in a position where in September where I'll be like, yeah, you need to like hurry up, kind of thing. Don't mind doing more tracks, by the way, just in case that isn't clear. But yeah, I was just unclear on what needed done. That helps. Well, I get that impression, but I never want to be presumptuous because you've made a bajillion tracks already, and they're all really good. So I don't want to be like, you know, seem ungrateful or whatever. So I want to. You want to make it clear that you don't mind doing more. I want to make clear that I appreciate each track you make. It's just a big circle jerk. Anyway, let's. Why is that not working? That's the question. Treetop ingredient is the right map. We've added the dragon in the misc layer, so that's right. Have we added? I think it was the. Oh yeah. So you did the new Grasslands track, but we actually thought it sounded like a boss fight. Right, so we've done that. Have we added it to this? We have, yeah. Treetop and Green Dragon. So that's weird. I don't understand what. Oh, because my quotation marks were all over the place. So, deliver the egg. Talk to the guy. He's going to take us to the treetops. Yes, you are. I believe in you. He did, but the map is weird. Until like here. 1400, 1165. So did I just... Oh yeah, because of course, the treetops are a completely different beast to what I'm used to. Hey Kayla! How are you doing? So the dragon has deleted itself, which we do not want. If dragon caught, okay. That doesn't seem right. If dragon caught, then delete. If coming level is equal to treetop ingredient and Kirby gonna try working on a song. Awesome, good luck. The dragon. Oh yeah, here. So the dragon treetops. And not so I am confused about why the dragon isn't showing up. It's here, it's been exported. I guess maybe I didn't update the map code in here. That is a distinct possibility. What are you thinking of for the Duke theme? I don't know, man. So, what's he like? He is kind of blinded by rage in general. So he's been betrayed, or at least feels that he's been betrayed over and over. So now he just wants to end the world because it's all just suffering anyway. So that's a vibe. I get tempted to do like militaristic stuff, but actually he isn't really. It's his father, the king, that's the military guy. The Duke preferred magic, so I don't really know if there's militaristic magic. That that kind of clashes, I guess. But like,
thank you for being a true bride.
C007032. Thank you very much for the follow. It's a bit of a mouthful. Can try something sort of brooding and a bit mystical. That sounds, yeah. As long as it's sinister, it should be pretty clear when it plays that he's a baddie. It'll play like the first time you encounter him in the academy, I guess, for instance. Because then I want it to be like crystal clear to the player that he's a baddie. You can still, obviously, like we've discussed this before, but you can still choose to accept consumption from him and play the game that way. But I want people to know, like, oh yeah, this guy's trouble. So yeah, it's hard to give direction on that one, but you seem to have an idea. It's cool. So we need to get the egg, and then talk to the dragon, go flying. There he is, nice. And landed us right next to the ingredient, which should be here. Which I could add, to be honest, don't see why not. Let us do first though an idea to place a log. So we still use the spreadsheet for that. Log notes. The wealth near the dragon. Piles of wealth litter the area nearby. Strange coins from faraway lands. Mixed with all kinds of odd-looking gemstones. There's too much to sift through, and impossible for the untrained eye to identify what items are of value. So this is kind of like a little explanation of why you don't just like fill your pockets with coins from this. It's just it's a mess of piles of wealth that you don't actually can do anything with. How do we do yellow with RGB? And it's well, we can do it used to be called cooler, but it's not anymore. It's just called color. I still like using this. So something like that's pretty cool. So how do we do RGB? No. HSV, no. I guess it is RGB. So I used to have a converter for this, didn't I? Color hex to RGBA, yeah. Will this work? We've got the hex. Is it out of 255? I think. Still have to work that out, don't I? Wait, that's in the spreadsheet, isn't it? In the item things. We'll get there, don't you worry. Yeah, that's the thing I've used before. Oh, there you go. That's the percentages there. So 0.91, 0.74. And then what was the other one? 0.17. Let's dialog templates. I want log templates. Gimme. There we go. So then we need to go to Dragon Trap. Fungal Trap, yeah. No, Fungal Dragon. Here we go. We're gonna take this log item. Log underscore trigger. Name of log, Dragon Wealth, row size, so that's what, 1, 2, 3, column size 2. So this should now trigger a little log. I don't think you guys can see it on stream. I'll make the window smaller just so you can see it. So it should be colored yellow as well to kind of make it stand out a little bit. It's hard to resize the window, but there you go. So if I walk over here, there you go. You can't really see that. Piles of wealth litter the area nearby. Strange coins from faraway lands mixed with all kinds of odd-looking gemstones. I'm just going to maximize it for myself. There's too much to sift through and impossible for the untrained eye to identify what items are of value. And then for I want to do the ingredient. Quest underscore object. Nope. Quest object, name of quest object to give, so I don't actually know what this is going to be. I think, well, it'll be the flower one, whatever that is. So it'll be quest items 9, probably, yeah. So name flower, value 2 is name of quest object, unique, name of item, let's call it treetop flower, then ID of graphic to use, 9, spell, is it spell or spells? Can't remember now. Maybe we don't need a dialogue for now. Let's just check this in. Yeah, that looks perfect actually. Scale them so you guys can see that like really fits in well, and it's good that it's like glittering. I might place it somewhere else, or maybe create a clearing just so that it stands on its own, doesn't get like nothing around it will distract, because it kind of looks a bit weird with the green. But so that's not been added. That's all right. I can do that. I'll call it rare flower. Excuse me? Perfect. Wow, this is pretty cool stuff. You talking about the game or your Navmesh stuff? Yeah, Navmesh. So Unity apparently has ways to automatically connect navigation meshes for AI. I don't even understand what that means. So, dragon. Chieftain, insect, trap people. Let's say make a single person floating island game, add another island that can automatically connect them. Excellent. That's good. I think I got something, my dude. How long do you want this theme to be? I have no idea. I was like, oh, what should I say? The honest answer is, I don't know. I live on a cube, for instance. I build a house to do stuff to earn money to buy extra land. It can automatically link that particular land. Yeah, that's good. Does it just play as a fanfare or a full track that loops? So for the Duke theme, I would say a full track. That would probably be better. So it'll play, and if it loops, even better, because it'll play while you talk to him until you stop talking to him, I guess. I think that would be coolest. You got me, you got me. Right guys, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Need to make some food before I head off to the gym to pick things up and put them back down again. I'm planning on streaming again tomorrow, so if you're around, I'd love to see you then. Special shout outs to Wobbly Trout and Genso for rating. That was very kind of them. And thank you to everybody for hanging out. See you later, Watery Tart, Java, and who else might be lurking in the shadows. Have an excellent day.